So you got a son, and one day he's going to have to pick. Do you think these women are raising? Do you think these women are raising daughters that are going to be good enough for your son?
I hope so.
No, not hope. I'm not asking about hope shit. Do you think that when your son is of marrying age and made himself a successful man looking for a wife, you think that half the women of marrying age are going to be quality for him to be your granddaughter, to be your daughter-in-law, to be the mother of his children? You think these women are raising those girls to be fit for your boy?
No.
So let's get out of this 50% bullshit.
Right.
So if the women aren't raising them, then where are the wives to come from?
You might be right about that.
My ultimate point is, if you're going to save the Black community, you got to start prioritizing on family. And family cannot exist. The Black family today is a Black woman and kids. There is you look at ad circulars everywhere else. Family is a mother, father, children. Father, mother, children. Black community is a woman and kids. Because y'all stand alone. And you said it from 16. I can do it all by myself. How do you get that at 16?
I had a car and 2 jobs when I was in high school.
Why? But where were your mother and father?
I was raised by my grandma and my sister.
Okay.
So it was just a little different for me. My grandma.
So if the Black mothers aren't prioritizing marriage and family, how do you have a Black community? If the Black mothers aren't prioritizing marriage, then family, how do you have a Black community? See, and that's all I do is ask these questions, because when you came in, you were so sure that the issue is with the men.
Mm-hmm.
That's the privilege. That's the story that's been told to you to keep you at war with the men. So now when you go out into the world, maybe this conversation will make you start to say, you know what? There's a lot of shit going on with us women too, including me. That's why I recommend therapy so much, because most women don't even have this conversation, but then they think, but it'll bypass me. If I asked you, if you wanted to be married, if you wanted to be married, what percentage chance do you think you have of being married? If you wanted to be married, what chance out of 100%? What do you think?
I'll give it a 75. Oh my gosh. I can't have high hopes for myself, so I'm supposed to say 70.
I said percentage chance. See, ma'am, is there a difference between probability and possibility?
Yes.
What's the difference?
I feel like possibility is a chance or hope, and probability is the actual standard of
the likelihood.
Yeah.
I asked you, what's the probability? You said 70%.
Oh, probably 25%.
But okay, but if 1 in 4 Black women were married in their lifetime and you're 34 with 2 kids, don't you think that lowers your probability?
No, because I feel like a man that really loves and cares about you.
So you think a woman who's younger with no children has a similar probability as a woman who's older with 2 kids? So the childless version of you has a similar probability of finding a husband as the 34-year-old 2-child version of you.
No.
Then see what I mean? This is what I mean. You all put yourself in the category of I'm special. This is everybody gets a trophy, 8th place trophy, participation trophy. You guys can't judge yourselves realistically. This is why I got faith. It's going to work. Everything you've said has been, I could take you out and this is the mindset. I've been dealing with this for over a year, and I could just start blanking out the faces, just letting the voices play, and they will all start to blur into one another. But the men didn't do this.
We did this.
And the only way it's going to fix it is when you women start fixing it. You're going to have to start fixing it. So like your daughter. Was that your daughter that came in earlier?
Mm-hmm.
How old is she?
She's 16.
What are you telling her daughter a man's purpose is?
Oh gosh, you're gonna be mad. I'm more of get your education, start your career before you start dealing with men, because men like to destroy women, especially as Black women. But that's just how I feel. I would love for her to have a man in her life and get married and all that other stuff. But I will.
So you're teaching your daughter that you teaching your daughter to fear Black men.
No,
no, ma'am. You just said I'm teaching my daughter to go to school, get her education, and start her career, and get herself together before she gets married, because men tend to destroy women. That's what the fuck you said.
You're right, because most men do that. They play with your emotions. They
most men don't. Most men don't do shit, because 54% of Black men are single and childless. The men,
some of them are gay.
Excuse me.
Some of them
this
are
is
gay.
what. Now I'm about to go the fuck off. This is what I mean. You guys choose shitty men, and then you blame all men.
You're right.
30% of Black men are married. 54% are single and childless. That's 84%. 84% of Black men are responsible for 20% of the children. 80% of the children in the Black community come from 16% of the men. You're judging Black men based upon the dudes you decide to fucking suck.
Well, I ain't suck dick.
I don't give a shit. That's not the point. And I want you to understand, you are burdening your daughter with this same bullshit. So what I mean,
Order 66.
you're telling this 16-year-old girl, get out here and be single like me. Do it on your own like me, because it's better to do this, because men are to be feared. How do you think Black women get ahead when every other race or woman has a man beside 50? There's a better than 50% chance you got a man beside you. When are y'all gonna fucking learn? 16, you're condemning your daughter based upon. This is why I say therapy is so much, because who's she not gonna believe? Her mama? Because I don't know where her father is, but it don't sound like you think too highly of him.
Sure don't.
But you picked the motherfucker.
You're right. Wish I did.
Doesn't matter. You see, the fact that you keep saying this shit. Stop saying that. He's half of her, right?
Unfortunately.
And unfortunately, she's half of you. Can you be as disgusted for that?
Well, no, not as much as him. Trust me, I can't do it.
Jesus H. Christ.
You know, just
Therapy. This is why therapy is so important. This woman, you are destroying your daughter. And if you don't think your son feels the negative vibrations you have towards men, and you talk about some of the guys end up being gay, who do you think makes these motherfuckers sissies?
us women?
Oh, you just gonna make her a dyke then, huh? That's what they say. They say that strong mothers make boys who are gay. I don't believe that. And they make women who are. That's the whole trope in the Black community. Man.
Okay, what about mothers like LeBron James' mother or Jay-Z?
We talking.
Like, I don't get it.
Why are we going to NFL and NBA, NFL and rappers? Why do we go? Tell me some Black business people. Name me 5 Black business professionals, Black business moguls that are in athletics, entertainment, and music.
Damn. I can't even do it.
That's a goddamn shame.
It is. Oh my God.
And I'm sitting back and like, you say these guys become gay. Where do you think this comes from? Self-hate. Do you think, does your son hear you say anything positive about me and he share his reflection? No, ma'am. I'm telling you right now, this conversation, if he's around you, this shit is poison.
Ooh, I mean, I don't really say anything about men like that.
Bullshit. How many of y'all think this woman who's here, when she's in her normal life, doesn't talk this way? Ma'am, you were talking this way in front of your 16-year-old daughter. This is why it will be better for the fathers to raise the kids.
Oh, definitely not her dad. I mean, he can't.
I would say all fathers.
Huh?
I didn't say all fathers.
Oh, all right, good. So you think a man could raise a daughter? I think not.
You think a woman can raise a man?
I mean, I am going to do the best of my ability, but
best of my see. That's why I point you. The logic fucks you guys up. Was the black community better off 70 years ago with Jim Crow segregation, black laws, and everything else?
No.
It wasn't?
No.
The community wasn't better off.
Because you kept people bound. You kept people not wanting to get more.
What the fuck are you talking about?
As far as you said,
the black community, not the country, the black community.
Oh.
So it wasn't better when we had black businesses and thriving black schools and black papers. Yeah. Okay, well that was then. In the middle of all that oppression, because you had nuclear families. What have we had for the last 50 years in the black community? What's the community look like? Single mother-led homes. Black boys reading at a 4th grade level. So you say that can a man do worse? If women have been in charge of the black community my entire life, and you think the black community is better off than it was 50 years ago?
No, it's not.
Then what's the? So when do you ladies start understanding you don't need to be in charge? You need to take a step back and recognize the fault is not with the men. You can't even make the case, man.
Well, whenever I do get married, if I get married, I'll be back on this show.
If you get married, why? But you don't want to get married.
I do want to get married.
Why? What good is a man?
A companionship, to have someone to be with me.
What good is a man? Companionship? Buy a dog.
I have one, but no, I want someone that cuddle me, that can love me, that will build with me, that will
build what?
A life, like a financial life, a spiritual life, just.
And what is he getting?
A partner. Love, security, knowing that someone's going to be by his side, up and down. That's not good enough.
I don't think that you recognize. I don't think you realize how much work you are.
You're right. I am a lot of work. But I'm not going to lose faith. I'm not going to just not think I'm not going to get married and not have anybody.
Okay, man. What percentage of women? Okay. Do you think there's a percentage of women that will die alone, unmarried, never marry?
Yes.
What percentage of women do you think? Black women. What percentage of black women do you think that will be?
Probably 40%.
Ma'am, right now it's 74%. And growing. You're in that group. You're not getting younger, you're getting older, more set in your ways.
You're right about that.
So my point is, why do you keep saying I'm not gonna give up hope and this and that? It's not about hope. Are you a religious person?
I'm spiritual.
Then what are you? Well then, spiritual. Faith without works is what?
You said faith without
Faith without works is what? It's the same.
Oh.
Faith without works is dead. So where's the work behind this faith?
Yes, it's really, I don't just.
So here you are at 34 years old. You've had it come to Jesus. If you're not willing to do, the talking sounds good. You can say whatever, but if you're not willing to do the work, nothing changes. That's why Iyanla Vanzant did for 10 years. If y'all not willing to do the work, get real and do the work. People can talk shit about me. I've done my work and do my work. The people who progress in life do the work. They don't sit back and say, I'm just going to hope and wish and I can't. Well, it's just talk. But I'm going to say again, you need to stop that BS with your daughter. Because I'm gonna tell you why they do this to they don't realize they're doing it, but they keep their daughters single and their sons weak, so they'll be their security plan. Go to the video I uploaded about another woman that shares your reflection who was talking the same shit you're talking. She was the mother of two. Because if you keep your daughter single, get you a job, get your career done, because these men can destroy you, whatever. What do you think that does to a daughter? It makes her go out into the world not trusting men. So if she does go off and become successful and have a job and she ain't got a husband or whatever, that means her little money or whatever, when mama gets sick or mama fall on hard times, that is what's happening right now. So many women can't have lives because they are taking care of their mothers. Sons are doing the same thing. It's called being a son husband. They don't want to leave because mama is alone. Mama ain't had no man. So these kids end up living around their mama because their mama is an unsufferable biznatch who could not ever decide to get with a man and don't nobody want to leave and go off and live a life because they don't want mama to die by themselves. So they end up living near guilted into making their mother's life, and they don't even have a life. All because mama, well then do the work and stop being insufferable. Learn how to get along with somebody. A man, not somebody, a man. Get this.
But I do.
When was your last relationship?
I never had one, but still.
Thank you. Then shut up. If you ain't had a relationship, you had 2 babies and no relationship.
I know you're gonna chew me out with this one.
I'm not chewing you out. I don't take it, man. What I'm trying to get you to do is stop talking shit and start and stop doing this. You talk like you got the answer to life, but y'all like, where are your relationships? You do what? You do what? You ain't had a relationship. Why?
Because they lie. Talk about, if I never told you about a girlfriend, you never gave me no pussy. You damn right I would never give you no pussy if you had a girlfriend. What the fuck? But that's just the story of my life. Most of the guys that I do like, I want to, tend to date or entertain. They always got a girlfriend or they got somebody in their life. And I just can't even deal with
Why
that.
are you having unprotected sex and making babies outside of marriage? The second one. I don't want to hear about the first.
Oh, the second one. I told his ass to use a condom. And
I don't want to hear shit, man. You could have stopped him. That boy is 5 years old. You were in your late 20s. The first one will give you. Explain that shit away. You're fully a grown goddamn woman.
I was stigmatized. It was just all about the penis, unfortunately. But that's just being truthful with you. I'm just being honest. But, I learned from my mistakes.
I asked you, why did you make a baby?
I didn't want to make a baby. I didn't tell him to come to me.
Oh my God.
I did not tell him.
Oh my God. Accountability is like fucking kryptonite. Are you serious? This is why black men are no accountability. They're this, they're that, they're this, they're that. You laid down and made a baby 5 years ago at almost 30 years old with everything you've done because of some good dick. Well, you're earning your outcome. I mean, that's fair. So you don't have relationships, the men you pick, whatever. I mean, that's fine. And here's the thing, but stop talking like a marriage and relationships is so easy to get when you are the only common denominator in all this stuff. We're all the common denominator. That's the purpose of this. Because I think that you take stuff like a joke. But man, you're almost 30 years old and you got a 5-year-old boy. You're raising a black boy. Right now, we have a jury trial in this state going for a black man who was shot down in the neighborhood running.
Mm-hmm. And that's scary as hell.
What's scary is who's raising them. They're raised without men. Why was he good enough to make a baby with and not marry?
That's another story.
Was he married?
No, not at the time, but he got married afterwards. Yeah, it's just a whole situation, and I don't even want to.
So he's married now.
Yeah.
Did he want to marry you?
No, and I didn't want to. Oh my gosh, we're not gonna get into it.
All right. Well, I'm just asking. I'm just.
Oh yeah.
I don't get it. I swear. But this is, and here's the sad part. We have these conversations, and the reason I spend so much time is because when people listen to women like you talk, y'all sound so confident and so secure. Y'all have black women like yourself have destroyed the black male image in other people's eyes. Because the way y'all talk, that's why I do what I do. To counter the narrative, because this is not black men's fault. Now I don't want to hear what, man.
Because my thing is, okay, so it's not his fault that he got me pregnant. It was my fault because I got pregnant.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Y'all men stick together.
No, ma'am. Women choose who has sex and who gets born. If he had tried to have sex with you without a condom, could he have had it if you said no? I just did a program about consent yesterday. Consent can be revoked at any time. So you laid down as a single mother already, knowing what happens. And you already knew your situation. So you allowed a man to have sex with you unprotected, knowing the potential outcomes. So yes, it's your fault. Why would it be his fault?
Because I told him to use a condom.
And he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So you could have said no. Could you not?
I think not if we are in the whole. If he's in between my legs, I'm saying here, you.
Excuse me. I want. Shut up. Because if I decide I wanted to come over there and call it my pussy and go in it, can I just take it?
Hell no.
Thank you because you have final say. It ain't like some man just because he wants to fuck you, he gets to. You have final say.
That's why I'm in the predicament I'm in now, I guess.
You're in the predicament you're in now because you refuse to take accountability for your actions.
Hey, I'm taking accountability for my actions.
How? This conversation didn't start this way. I steered the conversation this way. You're not living your life this way. You're living your life this way, telling your daughter that men are the fucking problem. And women like you are the fucking problem. Making babies and not being accountable. Telling their kids shit to destroy the men's image and not getting your own therapy and doing your own work. You obviously have issues. And that's fine. We all got them. But stop visiting this on everybody else and making everybody else responsible. Fix your shit.
All right. I'm gonna fix my shit. I'm just saying. With that. I'm gonna.
But in the meantime, stop talking shit about men.
Okay.
That's all we want. And even if you don't fix your shit, just stop talking shit about men. That's all we really want. We don't care if you fix your shit, honestly. We just care that you stop talking shit about men.
I am the king and will not be.